Hey everybody, it's Kool-Aid. Welcome to the Base Damage YouTube channel. Bringing you today a deck profile. It is blue, yellow, green Kantai. My own little twist on it, but it's really fun. And the Kantai deck that I've worked on for a long while, and it's evolved from yellow-green to blue-green to finally blue-yellow-green. So I'll let y'all see how this runs for anyone who wants to know what they have to get to build the deck. So first we got Murasame Kai. She gets a 1500 buff when you play a Climax, but the main ability you're going to use is on attack, pay 1, discard 1 card, search your deck for a Fleet Girl. Winter Moment Akatsuki. On play, you can discard 1 card to look at up to 4 cards from the top of your deck and pick a Fleet Girl from amongst those, add it to your hand, the rest go to the waiting room. Ushio Kai is a clock swap. When she becomes reversed by a level 0 or lower opponent, you can heal the top card of your opponent's clock and then send that level 0 opponent to your opponent's clock. Really useful. And when she's in the clock, you can replace her with a green card from your hand and add her back to your hand. The obligatory Hatsukaze, Global 500 to all other Fleet Girls, and Anti-Salvage if either player would try to add a character back from the waiting room to the hand during the attack phase. That respective player gets -3 soul to all their characters. So, yay! And here we are waiting for the level 0 Mikan from To Love Ru, so there will be another Anti-Salvage in this game for English. Hibiki. Gotta run 4 of her. So good. When she becomes reversed, you can pay 1 and put her into memory. If you do, you can bring back a Vernie from the waiting room and put it to the stage. When she is in the memory, there is a heal tax, and this stacks for every single one of her. Basically, if either player would try to heal cards from the top of their clock via effects or whatever, that respective player has to either pay to stock or deal themselves the damage off the top of the deck. And yes, that stacks. It is so fun. The Vernie that she pulls out is a level 1, 0 cost 5k, and has a continuous effect that as long as you have at least 1 Hibiki in the memory, she gets plus 1000 power. Akashi, she is a level 1, 0 cost. She's a global 5 to all other Fleet Girls, and you can pay 2 and tap her to search for a Fleet Girl. Ashigara, the actual character, not the backup. She's 500 power, and she has a clock on core. Really good, really useful if you want to get extra stock over a couple turns. Taige, she gets 500 power for every other Fleet Girl you control, so with a full field, she can buff herself up to 65. Obligatory play set, you gotta play her. And to round out the level 1s, we have Compass. It's a counter event on play. Brainstorm, but you send the top 3, not top 4. Top 3 cards of the deck to the waiting room. If there is a climax amongst those, you can choose one of your opponent's characters, and that character gets the effect that it cannot deal damage to a player this turn. If you do not mill a climax, you put it on the top. You put Compass on the top of your deck. So really fun, can save you late game, and if you play this when you're about to refresh, and you like say you send the last 3 cards of your deck to the waiting room for the effect, and there's no climaxes there. The effect resolves first, so after you shuffle, you put Compass itself back on top of the deck, and then you refresh, so you know for a fact the refresh is going to be Compass, which is really useful. Zuiho, first level 2, is a 2500 backup and anti-change. When you use her backup, you can pay 2 and deal yourself a damage from the top of the deck. Also, Battle Torn. If you pay that cost, you can choose one of your opponent's characters that has a higher level than their current level and put that character on the bottom of your opponent's deck. So trying to drop level 3s at level 2, she says not happening. The main level 2 that you are going to run, and I run 4 copies of, Haguro Kaini, also personal best girl. If she's on the center stage, when the Pence Climax trigger is played, you can search your deck for a Fleet Girl. So At level 2 is where you're going to have enough search for this deck. You're going to be setting up a lot of your plays throughout the entirety of the game. But she sets up the last little bit of stuff that you need. Plus her second effect brings out an interesting combo that we will talk about in a second. Her second effect is when another Fleet Girl is attacked, you can send her to the waiting room, and that Fleet Girl gains 3,000 power. I'll run 7 level 3s. Musashi, 11,000 base power, base damage, no. And she can't side attack, but the turn that she's played from hand to stage, if her damage gets cancelled, mill the top card of your deck, the level of that card, you plus 1, you attempt to burn your opponent for that much. So you mill a level 0, climaxes are level 0 for this effect. You attempt to burn for 1. If you mill a level 3, you attempt to burn for 4. So really fun and good finisher. And last but not least, Akagi Kai. 3 effects. When she's placed on stage from hand, you can draw up to 2 cards, and if you do, discard 1 card. At the beginning of your climax phase, you have to send all of your stock to the waiting room, but if you do, all characters that you control gain 1,000 power until the end of your opponent's next turn, and that stacks for every copy of Akagi Kai that you have. And her climax combo is, if this is in the climax zone, when her battle opponent becomes reversed, you can send that character to your opponent's clock. Clock shoot for a game. Really fun, and just has won me games. Lots of games. Shoutouts to all the people that I've picked up copies of this card from. Travis, Jesse Senpai, and Joe. And I pulled one. It is a 1k1. All my climaxes are 1k1s, 4-4 spread between Haguros and Akagi Kais. You have a pants trigger and you have a gold bar. The combo that I was going to talk about real quick is a lot of times my main goal is to get 3 of her on field at level 2. 1, because when you play that climax, you get to search for 3 cards. Next is with, before when I would try to search like 3 Akagi Kais, or like one of the other clock shoots that I ran when it was just blue-green was Hyuga Kai, insert picture here.
That be this bitch right here.
And I would play those, grab those cards, and people would be like, oh, he's just going to clock shoot me, so I'm just going to throw down a bunch of characters and just ram and suicide with those, just try to do damage, and then he can't clock shoot me next turn. Haha. So when that started happening, I realized, wait, Haguro Kai's effect, what you do is if you got 3, as soon as they play 3 characters, to swing at them just to suicide, if you can tell what your opponent's about to do if you realize, oh, they're just going to suicide with everything. As soon as they attack one of them, you tribute the other 2 so that just 1 is on field for their effects, and she has plus 6,000 at that point. Obviously that thing's dying, whatever you searched, whatever they swung with is dying, but the other 2 characters will still be on field, and they're going to be attacking open spaces. So that way you have at least 2 targets to attempt to clock shoot with. So I'll play 3 Haguro Kai Ni, grab 1 Musashi if there's any in the deck, and grab 2 Akagi Kai. And that way I can play 2 Akagi Kai, clock shoot each of their targets, and then Musashi hitting the open space to attempt to either kill or attempt to burn for game. It is my main ending thing. If they end up just killing all 3 copies of Haguro Kai Ni, usually off of the draw effect from Akagi Kai, I will be able to get a third copy of Akagi Kai and then just clock shoot all 3 of the characters. But yeah, really fun deck. The only potential change I would make is maybe take out 1 Ushio Kai to put in a Takitsukaze, which is the level 0 Brainstormer.
Takitsukaze.
It's a spammable Brainstormer, so I don't have Brainstorm in this deck, but usually with Winter Akatsuki, I haven't had to worry about it, but personal preference. Thank you all for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. If you have any other deck profiles you think would be interesting or would like to see shown on the channel, whether it be regular deck builds or budget, just comment in the comment section below. Thank you very much. Please subscribe if you haven't already. It'd be much appreciated, and peace out for now.